You know what a morph suit is?
No.
It's like those. It's like a spandex suit from head to toe that covers your head
Oh,
and
okay.
everything.
Yeah. Yeah.
So he wore one of those that was like metallic silver. Like he looked like the Silver Surfer.
Nice.
And he ran one of the races that we ran in that. He had to poke holes in it so he could breathe, but he did run the whole.
But he ran the whole thing?
Yeah.
Was he a good runner?
Yeah. He was the guy I used to work out with all the time that, like, he was really, really in shape. And often I would throw up in the middle of our workouts, and then he would yell at me, and we would keep going.
What?
So
I can't, yeah. Just doesn't seem fun or beneficial at all to run in a silly outfit. Unless it's like everyone's in a silly outfit.
a lot of people were.
Okay.
I was wearing a kilt.
Yeah, but I could see you wearing that. Like, just like I figured this would be the best thing for me to run in.
Yeah. I think
Was this your silky kilt?
Yeah.
Because I like Shane says that's just a skirt.
Yes, that was my silky kilt that I ran in, and I had I think I had a mohawk at the time too. I had grown my hair out a little bit and then like cut my hair into a mohawk.
Once again, we discussed this Tuesday. We would not be friends in real life.
Under other circumstances, because we are friends in real life.
This is all fake.
Yeah. No, that's I had a checkered past.
Checkered.
And so
Question about your past. Have you ever been to a casino?
no comment. We had this discussion off camera,
No, it was on
And-
camera, but
but our battery died.
yeah, this is take two. We only
Yeah,
made it about a
so-
minute into the last one.
Yeah, we'll try to clip it in there maybe.
Yeah,
I'll try maybe if I can get Tanner to. There's good
probably.
things
I'm
going
probably
on.
not. Yeah, probably not
There's
going
good
to
things
do that.
going on.
Yeah.
But yes, I have been to a casino, and it was post salvation, pre ministry.
Do you think God's going to let you into heaven?
I'm pretty sure. And yes, I have bought a lottery ticket. Or I don't know if I've bought a lottery ticket. I have bought a scratch off.
Put shame in the chat.
just shame me. No, I don't recall buying like the ones that like
Yeah,
the
Powerball.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever bought that I can recall. I have bought some scratch off tickets, but that was also
Apparently.
yeah,
That's what-
apparently.
Every time
But yeah, that was also post salvation, pre ministry.
Yeah,
So I was saved when
Yeah.
I was 10, so I really
Yeah.
couldn't have done much
yeah.
before.
I didn't sin before I was saved.
before I could, and lottery wasn't even legal when I was 10.
No, yeah.
So
Yeah. Yeah,
that's
I was saved when I was 7. So take
yeah,
that.
that's a I like that. That is the best. Like I wouldn't even call that a humble brag. that was the best brag that I ever. Well, look, I've been saved for two years before you were.
What's the
good.
youngest
That's good on you.
salvation that you know of?
Do I know?
What's the youngest salvation that you know of?
Like the person that I know that was saved
Yeah.
at the. I don't remember. I'd have to, and Tina will probably be disappointed with me about this because I can't remember. Hers, I think, is 6 or 7.
Yeah,
I can't
Yeah.
remember. It may be. It may have been 6, but
yeah.
I don't know if it was that early. I'll have to update everybody next
Yeah.
time and ask
Yeah.
her to remind me. I know hers was younger than me, and but we've talked about that, and she's very confident, remembers
Yeah.
what happened. So
Yeah.
I mean, it's
I know of someone. It was 4.
4.
Yeah, that
Oh.
that remembers and yeah.
I mean, I remember.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that that's impossible. I mean,
Mhm.
that's not for me to say anyway. But I remember things from when I was 4. Do you remember things from when you were 4?
I remember things, but I don't know how old I was. So
I just know. I mean, I don't remember like thinking, "Hey, I'm 4."
I just did that, and I'm 4 years old.
Yes, but I do remember, like, in context of where I was at during these memories.
Yeah.
It was before I was in school.
Yeah.
Like, I remember I was in a daycare
That's fair.
called Gentle Years,
Nice.
and I remember
Sounds like a nice place.
that I got a whooping by the principal of
Yeah.
the daycare, or the director, or whatever they were called at the time. I can't remember her name, but I remember what she looked like.
President.
She kind of looked a little bit like a man, but it was a woman. And
What's her name?
I don't remember her name. I'm sure she's not living now, but
She listening to this podcast.
I just remember
Miss Shirley.
like she had really short hair, and she was kind of dudeish. But I mean, I didn't think of it that way when I was 4. I just thought like she's the principal and she's mean. so that's what she's supposed to look like.
You just roasted everyone with short hair.
No. I'm not saying everybody with short hair looks like a dude. I'm just saying she did.
She had short hair.
She
Dudeish.
I mean, she wore like, I remember her wearing like khakis and like all the time, and that's about it. And then she was just, I mean, you know what I'm saying.
This is the most offensive podcast. we've
Yeah,
ever
my
done.
bad. If you wear khakis every day and have short hair and you're a girl, I'm not saying you look like a guy. I'm just saying this person did in my memory.
Yeah.
But I didn't think that she was a guy. I was just
Yeah.
like, she's a person of authority. She can whoop me, and so she's supposed to look like that.
Yeah.
So, and I got a whooping. I can't remember what it was for. It was probably for talking when I wasn't supposed to, or not eating my peas, because I still hate peas.
Gotta eat your peas. It's nature's fruit gusher.
But they're disgusting. Disgusting.
Abby and I are coaching a first and second grade soccer team.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a boy on our team that has long blonde hair. He has a pretty cool hairdo, honestly. But whenever we were dividing up our team to do like a little scrimmage game,
Yep.
one of the boys said, "I want to be on a team with all boys." And I said, "Well, that's all we have. So you're in good luck. There's not going to be a girl on your team."
Yep.
And the whole team was like, "Well, what about her?" And pointed at the boy with long hair. And he handled it so well. Like, he just goes, "Yeah, I know. I got long hair, but I'm still a boy." Like,
Take
he handled it so well.
I like that.
Yeah,
I
he
like
did
that.
so good. Yeah. And he doesn't look like a girl at all. He just has long hair. Yeah.
There was a kid at the church that I used to go to, and he was that same way too. Like, and he was into soccer too. Like, he was a really good soccer player.
Yeah.
And he had like long blonde curly hair.
Yeah.
And it was, I mean, you could tell like his parents, whoever, because he was young, like took care of his hair. But I mean, if you saw him like just walking down the hallway at the preschool or whatever,
You think he's a girl?
then I mean, he just had kind of neutral clothes on. You'd be like,
Yeah.
is that a?
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah.
but he just had long hair, so
Yeah.
I'm sure he had kind of dealt with some of the same
Yeah.
stuff. But
Yeah.
anyway, well, good on that kid for just like being.
It was
This is who I am.
Yeah.
Let's roll.
Yep.
So I like
He
that.
did not care at all. Like,
I
it did
like
not
that.
bother him. Yep.
I wish I had long golden locks. Would that make you uncomfortable if I had long hair?
I'm trying to imagine you with long
Like
blonde
if it
hair.
was down to like my backside. If it was that long. Down to my waist.
That would make me uncomfortable, yeah.
No, if I wore
It'd make
it-
you
if
uncomfortable.
I
You'd
wore
sit on it all the time.
Yeah, I would. If I wore it in a ponytail, like braided it, or did that little thing
Like
where you put like a ponytail holder and a ponytail holder and a ponytail holder, where it looks like I don't want to make a weird motion, but
Like a Native American is what I'm imagining.
oh yeah,
Mhm.
or like Brandon Lake,
Yeah, dreads.
yeah, or like the braids, like the
Yeah.
cornrow kind of braids.
Yeah.
Dude, cornrows would be sick.
No, they wouldn't.
I'd be on board with that.
No, they wouldn't. It'd be embarrassing.
Or like
I wouldn't do this podcast with you if you
like
had long hair
Coolio.
like that.
Remember Coolio's hairdo?
You're so old.
You know who Coolio is.
I don't.
Yes, you do.
I mean, I know the name, but
Gangster's Paradise.
I don't know I cannot picture anything. I know Amish Paradise by Weird Al.
Well, the original was Gangster's Paradise by Coolio.
Yeah.
And it was from, I can't remember the movie it was from, that one with Michelle Pfeiffer, where she's a teacher in a urban school and she fights with people or something. I don't know. Dangerous Minds, that's what it was. Anyway, Coolio had...
I was about to start.
he had kind of like, imagine if a farmer was drunk.
Yeah.
It's those kind of cornrows. They weren't straight. They were in all different directions. And
Okay. The
Are you tracking now?
cornrows.
Cornrows.
Yeah. So I was like, what kind of farmer gets cornrows? But the farmer
that made the cornrows.
that's making corn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it wasn't straight. They were just in all different directions, and his braids were like
Okay.
pointing everywhere. That's the kind of cornrows that I would get.
You're wasting everyone's time.
But we've been spending most of our lives.
Is that also a part of Gangster Paradise or just Amish Paradise?
No, that's in
Yeah.
the Gangster's Paradise too.
My
They just
favorite,
changed the
if
words.
you've never heard of Amish Paradise, it's a song by Weird Al. You should go watch the music video. My favorite part is that he calls Amish babies omelets.
We're not gonna name names, but I did see an interview with an Amish person the other day.
Yeah, that's why it's on my mind probably.
And he said that he loved that song. That was like his favorite song.
Yeah, I know. It
I
surprised
was
me.
really shocked by that.
It surprised me. It
I was
surprised
like,
me as well.
he's making fun of y'all, but you're in it. This is a great song.
Yeah, I did enjoy it. And I would feel bad, but they're not going to see this podcast.
No. Well, unless they're on Rumspringer.
Yeah, Rumspringer.
And then they'll definitely sing it.
I didn't know they had so many connections to Germany. Or like German language, at least.
Yeah.
I don't know they have connections to
It's,
Germany, but the German language.
It's the Germans that settled in Pennsylvania, apparently.
Yeah.
The Pennsylvania Dutch.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
all right. So, welcome to the Amish podcast. Next, we'll be discussing horse and buggies.
Yeah.
And proper amount of reflectors.
That you're allowed to have on your buggy.
Yeah.
Today, in your reading plan, you're starting the book of Leviticus.
Yeah.
So congrats, you made it through the book of Genesis, made it through the book of Exodus,
Yep.
and you have now made it to the exciting book
Yeah.
of Leviticus.
And for those of you who really just trudged, do you say that word sometimes? No. Trudged through the end of Exodus and the tabernacle and that kind of like you were, walking through mud.
Yeah.
We would like to tell you it's going to be different, but
No, it's much of the same.
it's much of and sometimes it's muddier.
Unless you're just fascinated with like blueprints and you loved the tabernacle.
Yeah. It's going to be a lot of
Any architects in the group?
A lot of reputation. I can't say the right words
Keep
today.
Keep trying.
A lot of repetition.
Yeah.
A lot of repetition, and I often found myself, even through the end of Exodus and into Leviticus, I often found myself thinking like, what is this for?
Yeah.
Like, why am I reading this?
Yeah.
And what, there's all these like rich, interesting, detailed stories that I've read up to this point.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, this is great. And this happened. I didn't know this happened. This is so exciting.
Yeah.
And then I start reading through this. I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
why? Like, God, could you just have like given this to Israel and like
not
they
us.
could hang on
Yeah.
to it
Yeah.
and not had it in the,
Yeah.
so yeah, I struggled with that.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's what we're trying to accomplish today is
Yeah.
maybe to give you a heads up
Yeah.
that it's going to be possibly difficult.
Yeah.
And hard to get through some days, but maybe we can put some context to it. Some why is this here? Maybe what we can look forward to and maybe get out of it. So
Yeah.
that's the plan, at least.
And our thought as we went through it, we talked about this a couple days was that like Leviticus is not fun, but it is fun to suffer with people.
Yeah, that is true.
Like,
that is true. Our reading every day was like, I was like, just a heads up, it's
Yeah.
more stuff about sacrifices.
Yeah.
And it sounds pretty much like yesterday.
yeah,
And it's like, oh, okay.
yeah,
And then, but we'd still come back together and say, hey, but did you read that one part?
yeah. Did you read about this law or that law?
that
or,
wasn't like,
yeah,
isn't that wild?
yeah,
And so there was
Yeah.
still nuggets of, of fun, I guess.
Yeah.
You'd say. And also like things that just make me chuckle. Maybe I shouldn't chuckle at a lot of the things,
Yeah.
but some of them made
Too
me
late
laugh.
now. Too late now. You already chuckled.
Some of them made me laugh.
Yeah. No, it is. There's not. There's maybe like one or two stories in the whole book of
Yeah.
Leviticus. So don't expect story. I know Genesis and Exodus had a ton of story. Leviticus is not much of that. It is entirely law, the law for
Yeah.
the people of Israel, and how they were to live their lives. Yeah. So
Numbers starts picking up. So
numbers.
just to give you like
yeah.
a light at the end of the tunnel,
Yeah.
if you will.
Numbers has some really cool stories in it, and I don't know if it's because you've spent 10 days in Leviticus, but once you read a story in Numbers, it's like, this is the best. This is the best book I've ever read.
Yeah, it's like when you've been eating like a lot of terrible food.
Yeah.
Or like you're at camp.
Yeah.
And you eat the food there, and it's
Yeah.
like, oh, this is not the best.
Yeah.
And then you get home and have something like,
Home cooked meal.
or even something that's not even that good.
Yeah.
Like you go to Taco Bell on the way home.
You're like, oh,
You guys, this is the best
this
Taco
is the
Bell ever.
best. Never had food this
That's
good.
so the way you feel about Taco Bell is how you'll feel about Numbers.
Yeah. Fourth meal.
And so
So,
Yeah.
why do we have this book?
who
Like we know why the Jews had it,
yeah.
because they needed a law.
Yeah.
The same way whenever they set up the United States, they're like, all right, we gotta have some laws here.
Yeah.
How are we gonna live our lives? What's gonna
Yeah.
like guide us as a nation? And so Israel needed the same thing.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is kind of them becoming a nation. They're still wandering through the desert on their way to the promised land. They've set up the tabernacle at the end of the book of Exodus. The glory of the Lord comes down into the tabernacle, and so the Lord like living in and among their camp. And then Moses goes into the tabernacle, from what I understand of like the flow of this story, and the Lord begins to give Moses like, all right, here are all the commands.
Yep.
Here's what you need to do. Here's how to worship. Here's how to live. Even down to details of like, here are times, like these are the illnesses that are going to require you to quarantine people in order to keep your nation safe. Here are like the ways you need to handle food, handle sicknesses, mildew, and mold, like, and all of that's like the Lord.
Yeah, some of those were pretty funny.
Yeah,
too.
yeah, for sure. And by the way, the priest is
The priests are in charge of all of
the priest has to do all this. Like
they gotta check for skin diseases and mold in your house, and what your donkeys are doing, or I don't know if that's in there, but like there's all kinds of stuff that they are inspecting in your life.
And it's boring for us to read, but it's necessary for a nation to have all these details.
Yeah.
Otherwise, like, it's just chaos.
Yeah.
Like, imagine trying to be a lawyer without laws or without details.
Yeah.
Like, if you were just given generics.
Yeah.
And you're trying to be a judge or a lawyer and judge righteously, like, you need the details.
Yeah. And I think like this just made me think of a karate example. So
Naturally.
I try to use karate examples wherever I can, because I used to take karate back when I was 9, and that's when I started. But it was ingrained in my memory. So,
it takes you so long
yeah.
to say anything.
I only made it to brown belt, but I never got a black belt. But No, I'll try to make this brief. So- there was a lot of. I'll say this. There was a lot of repetition
Yeah, in that
when
sentence.
when I first started in that sentence, and in everything I'm going to say today. But I'm just preparing you for what you're about to read. I'm just going to say the same thing over and over through this whole podcast, so you'll be like, "Yeah, that's what's happening." No, there's I think this is really with anything that you learn or any kind of discipline that you have. There's a lot of repetition at the beginning that seems to be monotonous and meaningless, and you just do it over and over and over and over and over and over and over.
Yeah.
And I think you know in karate you do all these basic things and you go over and over and over and you get so tired of doing them.
Mm-hmm.
But then when you get to the more kind of advanced things and the things that you have to kind of put the pieces of the puzzle together, then now you have this like base knowledge that you can easily go back to, and you can easily kind of help you process everything else. And so I think at least what I'm kind of starting to hope to learn from this is, even though all this stuff seems monotonous and like it doesn't apply to me right now and that kind of thing, if I back out from the picture of the Bible as a whole and of the gospel, and if I look at it under the context of what's the law for, period, and it's and the law's never been a set of rules that I have to follow to accomplish something.
Yeah.
The law's always been something that shows us how far off we are from God.
Yeah.
And how much we don't add up to who He is.
Yeah.
And so I think if I look at it from that perspective, it's almost like it grounds me a little more in that thought process.
Yeah.
Because it's like, I've read this book and it's just law. Well, what's the purpose of the law? So I know that I don't add up to who God is.
Yeah.
And so as I get a better picture of the gospel throughout Scripture, then I don't have to wonder like why I need the gospel.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like painfully ingrained in my brain now.
Yeah.
That this is why I need the gospel. They couldn't do it then. They couldn't do what was right. They needed all this instruction, and they still failed.
Yep.
I'm the same.
Yep.
And I'm never going to live up to that. And it's all to point me towards Christ.
Yeah.
And to point me toward to God and His mercy and His righteousness and so forth. Yeah. And so I think I have to kind of back out of it from time to time.
Yeah.
And see, like I think that's why it's there.
Yeah.
As well as what I'm coming to believe.
Yeah.
I think
to show sinfulness.
Because it paints the picture more clearly.
Here's what it looks like to be perfect.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you got to follow all these rules.
Yeah.
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 And now for them specifically, there were certain things they had to do, I mean, just logically to survive.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so that's kind of mixed in there.
Some of the dietary laws that the Lord does away with, and even specifically does away with those dietary laws, speaking to Peter, like, hey, you can eat pig now.
Yeah.
But back then they didn't have, I'm assuming, the appropriate methods of holding on to a pig.
Yeah.
In order to keep it safe to eat.
And there's
that's
clean,
not pigs.
Clean, unclean.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if you think about it like scientifically and stuff, I mean, like you can basically eat raw beef and not die. If you
I don't think we're advising that.
No. I'm not saying you should do that, because there's also other laws there about blood and everything else. But like I'm just saying, like you don't go to a restaurant and order like rare pork.
Yeah.
Because you'll get sick.
Yeah.
Or you know, that kind of thing. So I'm just saying there's logic in some of that stuff too.
Somebody heard you and went and grabbed ground beef straight out of their fridge.
Took a big chaw of it. just like they was chewing tobacco. Just put some what is it?
Okay.
80-20 ground beef. Like
that's so gross. So
I don't know how we got to that. I got sidetracked.
Anywho. you're gonna see things in Leviticus talking about clean and unclean.
Yeah.
For the longest time, like that was a revelation for me whenever I learned that is often literally what it means.
Yep.
Like I used to think it meant like righteous, unrighteous. But it doesn't always necessarily mean that. It literally means you're dirty or you're not dirty.
Yeah.
Like you're contagious or not contagious.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or like you need a shower
Yeah.
or you're fine.
Yeah.
Like that.
There's a
kind of
lot.
thing.
There's a
Yeah.
lot of the things that are described in Leviticus where it's like, hey, you after this you need to go home and take a bath.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
like they needed to be reminded of that. But
Yeah.
I mean, I guess I don't know. I mean, you're living out. They didn't have showers.
Yeah.
They didn't
like
have
it's not
like
unlimited water, and so you need to
Yeah.
know like, do I need to shower now or not?
Yeah,
Yeah.
They're nomadic. They're
Yeah.
intense. They're
Yeah.
out in the desert. So it's not like you're like, hey, I'm gonna go. I just need to freshen up.
Yeah.
Go have a little,
Yeah.
just a feel good shower.
Right.
And that wasn't something they could do.
Yeah.
And I mean, there's a whole chapter. Just spoiler alert, a whole chapter on skin diseases.
Yeah.
But like if somebody has a funky skin disease and you're living out in the desert in tents with people and you're close and
You know, like, can I touch this or not?
yeah, like this is gonna
Yeah.
go somewhere.
Yeah.
And it's not gonna be
Yeah,
good if
yeah,
you don't
yeah.
if you don't separate yourself or quarantine yourself. And that's really what a lot of it, they're like, hey, you gotta go live outside the camp for a little bit.
Yep.
It's not like they were being shunned.
Right.
It was like you got quarantine for a
Yeah.
minute because you're gonna
Yeah.
give that business to everybody else.
Yeah,
if you
COVID
don't.
probably helped us understand that.
A little, yeah, I think
Yeah,
so. I
yeah,
think so. So
Yeah.
if one good thing came out of COVID, we can understand the Bible better now.
Yeah. Prior to Anyways, here's another thought, and more maybe less like practical. I mean, you did go like very theological position of like it shows you how sinful you are. A take I had was like Leviticus is a book of here's how you can be with God.
Yeah.
You are a sinner.
Yeah.
You are rebellious. You do deserve to die. Here's how you can be acceptable before the Lord again.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so it's kind of a story of grace.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like God's making a way for you
Yeah.
to be close to Him.
Yeah.
And even though it doesn't make sense to us always,
Right. Yeah.
it's
And the Hebrews will teach us that, like, all the time, it was just a picture of what's to come.
yeah.
That the blood of bulls and goats cannot ever pay for sins. But the Lord's like, all right, if we want to make this work, some blood's gonna have to be shed.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to take this very seriously.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna be with you guys. I'm gonna live in your neighborhood.
Yeah.
And here's what it's gonna take.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's kind of a story of grace.
Yeah, absolutely. And as you were saying that, it made me think, because I was talking with my wife about one thing in particular, because especially it starts going into like the sacrificial law and like how the procedures for doing sacrifices and exactly how they're supposed to be done, and if they're not done like that, then you're in big trouble, even to death.
We're going to talk about that Thursday.
Yeah. So it's there's very detailed stuff, but you say that about the picture of the gospel and the picture of Christ, and I was thinking the other day, a lot of these descriptions about if I can spit out what I'm trying to say, a lot of these descriptions that they have about the offerings and the sacrifices and stuff, you take into account of like how many people are in Israel.
Yeah.
And then for every person,
Yeah.
they have to give like this kind of sacrifice.
Yeah.
And they had to, when they killed the animal, they took a portion of their blood and they like sprinkled it here and sprinkled it here and poured it here. And like in my mind, like this many people given this many sacrifices, what did that altar look like?
Yeah.
Like it was like a horror movie.
Yeah.
I mean, it had to be. And I know they cleaned it, however often daily or whatever. I don't know how often they had to clean it. But like, dude, after a long day of sacrifices and sprinkling and pouring and it had to be disgusting.
Yeah.
But then like you think of what Jesus looked like on the cross.
Yeah.
That's like nothing compared to what he went through. And like, scripture tells us that he was not even like recognizable as a man.
Yeah.
He was beaten so bad.
Yeah.
And so you think about like the disgusting, gruesome nature of these sacrifices and what they see and what they saw on the altar compared to what Jesus went through.
Yeah.
Like that connection is just like, whew.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
I've ever thought. I'm in my head. We see these pictures in Sunday school as a kid of like there's just a cow laying there and they're just
Tied up.
clean and tied up,
Yeah.
and there's a fire under them. It's like
Yeah.
they're having a barbecue.
Yeah.
It's no, but it had to be like
Yeah.
just gruesome.
Yeah.
Because they're killing these animals and blood's
Yeah, but
everywhere.
before they're burned, they're being slaughtered.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it was like literally like
Yeah.
like if you've ever seen pictures of like a slaughterhouse.
Yeah.
That had to
Yeah.
be what it looked like.
Yeah. Yeah.
So and I didn't really kind of make that connection until you just said that. Like,
Yeah.
no matter how gruesome that was,
Yeah.
if it's a picture pointing to what Jesus did for us,
Yeah.
like imagine just
Yeah.
the gruesomeness of that.
And then whenever they would give the offering, it's said to be a pleasing aroma to the Lord. That the smell of the altar was a pleasing aroma. It made the Lord happy, I guess you could say. And then again, pointing forward to Christ, like what pleases the Lord is the death of His Son on behalf of the sins of the world. Yeah, it's Leviticus is boring to read through, but it's an incredible picture of what's to come.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And a picture of God's heart. Like,
Yes.
I do want to be with you.
Yes.
But
This is what it takes.
Yeah, this is what it takes.
Mhm.
And you are going to have to take this very seriously. Leviticus challenged me, and some of this is going to come out in the sermon Thursday, but challenged me in Exodus did too, but like my fear of God. Do I fear the Lord? Do I take things as seriously as I should?
Yeah.
Is there a lack of fear of God in my life? Just kind of wrestling with that question because they had to take things so seriously to be acceptable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or they would, literally die. Like
Yeah.
the Lord would take their lives
Yep.
for
Yep.
being disrespectful and
Yeah.
and disobeying Him.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's that was wild.
Yep.
It's wild. But
Yep.
it has been, like I said, it's been tough at times, but like
Yeah.
digging through it has been I think rewarding.
Yeah.
And just it seems like every day that there's some sort of connection
Yeah.
that goes back to what's going on
Yeah.
in just in Leviticus. So,
Mhm. Yep.
but yeah,
And then you get into the Sermon on the Mount, and like we've discussed this before already, but just kind of talk about it a little bit more. Like Sermon on the Mount changed my view of the law, or affected my view of the law. And so within the law, you get the letter of the law. Like, hey, here's how you can have a well functioning society.
yep,
And so you read in there, like somebody asked this question just the other day, or we were discussing this. Within the letter of the law, it is like an eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth. Like if somebody pokes your eye out, you have the right to poke their eye out. Like that's justice. It's fair. But then you get to the New Testament, and Jesus says, like that may be the letter of the law, but that's not what true righteousness looks like.
yeah.
Like for you to go, you don't, just because somebody hurts you doesn't mean you have to hurt them.
Yeah.
And so Jesus then begins to speak about the righteousness that comes from within, that you're not just obeying the rules,
Yeah.
but you love God and love people.
Yeah.
And then that raises the bar of our need for a Savior again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's like, and we've had so many conversations about these things that I get lost with like who we've talked about it to,
Yeah.
and if we've talked about it on camera here or wherever. But when we think about, and now I just lost my thought. Actually, what was?
What? In the
I
world?
totally lost it. Yeah. What were we talking about?
Eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth.
Yeah.
Righteousness from within.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll come back to it in a minute. My bad. I really had something I really wanted to say too, and it just left me. That's part of being.
I don't know where to go from
an
here.
Old person. I know I ruined the flow of the podcast just now.
Yeah. To be honest, like I was ready to shut it down. So now I don't know how long you're gonna have to remember.
All right. So we were talking about.
I don't know why any of you listen to this.
I don't know, man. I got to get a better brain. But
Oh yeah, here's the thought. There's also within Leviticus, so a need for reverence, a need for blood to be shed to atone for your sins, and the Lord's just kind of setting up like if you want me to be with you, and I want to be with you, here's what you're gonna have to do. But then there's also within Leviticus over and over and over again is the command, don't be like the Egyptians and don't be like the Canaanites in the land that you're going to. And so a lot of the law is just the Lord setting apart the Israelites. To be holy as I'm holy. Holy means just to be different, to be set apart. Be holy. There's a lawnmower outside the door. To be holy just like I'm holy. And so some of the laws you read, you may read through and it's like, that's weird. Why is the Lord telling them not to cut the sides of their beard? Like what's going on there? And for some of those, I don't know the context of all of these, but there was probably some sort of pagan ritual in a nation close to them. And the Lord says, yeah, they got weird things going on with their hair, and they do that because they're worshiping idols. You guys aren't going to do that.
Yeah, don't be like that.
Yeah,
don't look like them.
Some of the tattoo laws, like don't mark your skin, it spells it out in there, was due to the fact that other cultures were marking their skin as a form of idolatry.
It was
like
in remembrance of the dead and
Yep.
honoring them and that kind of thing.
Yep. So the Lord's like, y'all aren't going to do that.
Yeah, that's not who y'all
You're
are.
going to be set apart. Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yep.
Well, it didn't come back, what I was going to say. So.
I gave you 4 minutes.
I really tried.
I rambled for 4 minutes.
If I think about it, I'll go back and put it in the comments later. So,
this is embarrassing.
It is embarrassing, but
for all of us.
Yep.
Now you can't even recommend this podcast to anyone?
No, because it's not the thing I wanted to say is not even in here.
Yeah, no, I'm saying like they can't.
Yeah.
Like normally you're like, hey friends, y'all should listen to this. Not now. They're like, hey, don't look. Don't look them up. You're not gonna like it. They're unprepared. They're boring.
I was prepared, but I should have wrote it down probably. It was just in my head. But now it's not.
That's what unprepared means.
Yeah.
Anywho, today, as you start Leviticus,
Yep.
Or maybe if you're watching this later and you're in the midst of Leviticus, keep pressing on. And it's worth it. It's a worthwhile read because there's so much. There's a lot of tie-ins back to Leviticus later on in the Bible, in the New Testament. So.
Yeah, and don't feel bad if you forget things that you're going to say. Because it happens to the best of us.
And the worst.
And the worst of us.
And the worst of us. Happens to the worst of us.
Happens to the worst of us. So, well, y'all put your waders on and get to trudging. Did you get that?
Yeah.
Okay.
I got it.
Good. Do you own waders?
No. Do you?
No.
Why'd you have to think about that?
No, I do not. I did attempt to baptize someone in waders before.
I like the word attempt. I like that attempt is in this sentence.
Well, no, they were baptized. So, I mean, they got baptized, but I was wearing waders in an attempt not to be wet.
Oh, yeah, and water went in them.
And these waders were not my size.
Yeah.
because I was filling in for the normal baptizer.
Yeah.
And the water was probably a little deeper than I had anticipated.
Okay.
And it did pour into them while I was wearing my normal clothes inside the waders.
Where do you think that? And I mean, I would probably do the same thing. So this is zero judgment, but it maybe a little bit of judgment.
I'm used to it. So come on.
It's not judgment towards you.
Oh.
Where do you think that like custom came from? Of like, hey, I'm gonna get in this water, but I'm not getting wet. You're gonna get wet, but this water ain't touching me. You take the time to change clothes. I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah, I think it's just a convenience thing.
Yeah.
Is what it came down to.
And typically it's the pastor. They're in somewhat of, like just finished their sermon.
They're maybe wearing a
going
suit.
to the baptistry. Yeah,
and so it's like for time wise, it's a little easier to slip on some
Yeah.
waders than to try to like disrobe and put like water appropriate clothes on.
Yeah.
So
that's fair.
But yeah, and for me, it was like a last minute thing. I was filling in.
Yeah.
And so I didn't bring water appropriate clothes.
In our own baptizer.
And I used the waders that were there, and they didn't quite fit or were tall enough. And I got really wet that day in my regular clothes. So, but the baptism happened.
Yeah.
And that person is still baptized.
They're still underwater.
They're
them there.
They're still there. I did forget the hold the nose trick on one girl, and she came up coughing. I almost drowned her. But
The hold the nose trick.
yeah, I don't know if y'all noticed that, but
Did you hold her nose? Is that the way y'all did it? Like you would hold her nose, or you hold her hands while she holds her nose?
that's the part that I didn't do.
Okay.
I think I held her nose and just shoved her underwater,
You-
if I remember right. And I don't know if she was ready for it, for me to hold her nose. But that was like one of my first go rounds, and I was not prepared.
My favorite. He's not listening to this. I'm positive. But I know somebody that was baptizing for the first time, and it is like it's an intimidating thing. Okay, so if you've never baptized anybody, it feels a little intimidating.
Yeah, it's like this is a serious thing, and there's a lot of potential for me to do something
silly,
weird, and not happen how I'm supposed to happen.
Right. Yeah. And so
it's a lot trickier than you'd think.
And like typically a pastor has like a phrase that they use whenever they baptize, and so like if you're baptizing in the place of the pastor, you want to kind of use a similar phrase, and so you're trying to remember it, and just some things going through your mind. So I show this guy Grace. Whenever he baptized, though, I don't know, it was a boy, girl, somebody.
One of the two. That's our options.
Stepped into the person, the human, stepped into the baptistry, but faced like the audience. Typically, you would like turn to your side to go down.
Sideways baptism?
Faced the audience, and he was behind them, and he just dunked them as they were,
like a windshield washer style.
So they're just like, oh.
I like that a lot. I thought you were gonna say like he went face first.
No, it's just sideways.
Oh, that's even better.
Yeah.
I like that. Yeah. That's special.
Yeah.
That is special. I've never seen that.
Poor person.
Like
everybody like cherishes photos of their baptism. Look at the
and theirs is like their kid like halfway in the water like this, like one eye out. Just oh man, that'll be a good one. I like that. It's like those exercises you used to do, like you
obliques.
Go side. Yeah, those. Yeah. That's what he's doing. So
yeah,
that's fun.
Yeah,
it's fun.
Anywho,
so anyway,
well,
I'm glad you guys could hang out with us.
Yeah,
I'm sure you are too.
Yeah,
and
we'll see you around. Happy Friday. Happy weekend.
See you on the flip flops.
Yeah, see you on the flippity flops.